Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Seattle, flying the Magknight 787 and X-Plane 12 to Heathrow. We've got a 9-hour flight and a bit of turbulence over Scotland and northern England. Probably wet running conditions on arrival. Flight time should be 8 hours and 15 minutes with a cruising altitude of 39,000 feet. Over Canada, Greenland, Iceland, and Northern Atlantic. I've got the IRS's aligning. Should be ready in 3 minutes. The real Virgin 106 is probably getting ready to depart as we speak as well. Oops. So I'm just going to download the flight plan, which I should have done before. It gets confusing switching between sims. Just gonna get the PDF and put that in the appropriate folder. There we go, charts. Galley long haul. Because it's a 9-hour flight, I'm taking full cabin crew with 25 kilograms of luggage.
Delta 2230, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
048 is 163.
8 Mike Whiskey, contact departure. Over to departure, 8 Mike Whiskey, good day.
That's close enough. Well, we're expecting 54 tons. $55. Takeoff center of gravity is 25.2. So now for position, IRS.
Jet 29er Papa cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 16 left, Virgin Jet 29er Papa. Seattle Tower, Virgin Jet November 75 29er Papa, holding short of runway 16 left, ready for departure. Vision Jet November 7529er Papa, Seattle Tower cleared for takeoff.
Route should be KSEA EGLL 01. There we go. That's it for company route. Cruising altitude 39,000 feet.
269 contact ground on 121.7. 121.7. Ground Southwest 269 off 16 right. Taxi to gate Delta.
We are Virgin 106. Let's tune into ATIS. Unfortunately,
Information Victor 0053
both
Zulu. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right.
radios are
Departing
linked
runway
with
16 left.
comms.
Wind 205 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions: few at 3,000 feet. Broken at 7,000 feet. Broken at 10,000 feet. Temperature 8. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3037. Density altitude -700 feet. Data link CPDLC may be experiencing degraded performance across the network. Advise on initial contact. You have information Victor.
Temperature 8, visibility 10.
Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Information Victor.
Button runway 16 left.
0053 Zulu. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right. Departing runway 16 left. Wind 205 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions: few at 3,000 feet. Broken at 7,000 feet. Broken at 10,000 feet. Temperature 8. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3037. Density altitude
3037.
-700 feet. Data link CPDLC may be experiencing degraded performance across the network. Advise on initial contact. You have information Victor. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Information Victor. 0053 Zulu. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right. Departing runway 16 left. Wind 205 at 5. Visibility 10.
16 left via the
Sky
Mach
conditions:
to
few at 3,000 feet. Broken at 7,000 feet. Broken at
I'm
10,000
gonna
feet.
remove the vector here.
Temperature 8. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3037. Density altitude -700
Arrival
feet. Data link
09
CPDLC may be
left.
experiencing degraded performance across the network. Advise on initial contact. You have information Victor. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Information Victor.
Nobro 1 Hotel arrival.
0053 Zulu. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right. Departing runway 16 left. Wind 205 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions: few at 3,000 feet.
There we go. So I'm just going to go through the checklist and then get the AVU on. Engine instruments checked, anti-ice window, heat. Let's get electric, hydraulics all set to auto, and primary left to right engines. 4 pumps on. Where's the APU? There we go. APU is there. Window heat on. Let's see, Seattle.
Skylane 3 Alpha Zulu, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
121.7, Skylane 3 Alpha Zulu. 121.7 for tax instructions. I just told you that. Skylane 3 Alpha Zulu, you don't have to tell me again.
138.00. Seattle clearance Virgin 106 I5 to London Heathrow. Information Victor request clearance.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
I4 clearance quantity is 55 tons.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seat belts signs. If you haven't already done so, please stow your cabin bags in the overhead lockers or under the seat in front of you. Please take your seat, fasten your seat belt, and make sure your seat back and folding trays are in the upright
Virgin
position.
106 Heavy,
We remind
cleared
you
to
that
London
this is a
Heathrow via the
non-smoking
Montan
flight.
2 departure,
Smoking
then
is
as
not
filed.
allowed anywhere
Expect
on
runway
this
16 left.
aircraft, including
Climb and
in the
maintain
lounges.
6,000.
Calavities
Departure
are
on
equipped with
119.2
sensitive
squawk
smoke detectors.
5765.
Interfering with their operation in any way is against the law. If you have any questions about our flight today, please feel free to ask one of the crew. Thank you.
Cleared to London Heathrow via the Mont 2 departure, then as filed. Runway 16 left. Initial altitude 6,000 feet. Departure on 119.2 squawk 5765. Virgin 106 Heavy. Squawk is 5765.
Climbing 7,000, expecting flight level 370, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2, squawking 6123. Urban 27 Golf.
Virgin 106 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.7.
121.7 Virgin 106 Heavy.
I am working on that clearance. Stand by.
I don't think they understood what I said, but okay.
Virgin 106 Heavy, departure on is 119.2, not 121.7. Please confirm. Expect runway 16 left.
119.2, expecting runway 16 left, Virgin 106 Heavy. Initial altitude will be 6,000 feet. Okay, I think I've got all I need from them.
Seattle clearance delivery, Alaska 4 tree, gate 5, with uniform, request taxi, runway 16 left. Clear to Vancouver, Mountain 2 departure, 6,000 feet, expect 16,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 119.2, squawk is 5473, Alaska 4 tree.
Alaska 43, read back correct.
What's the runway heading? (164)
Seattle clearance American 8025, requesting IFR to Redmond. We have information Charlie aboard.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Clear to Redmond via the Sima 2
Let's
departure.
tune ground on 119.2.
Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.2. Squawk 5522. Expect runway 16 left, American.
Takeoff configuration. Takeoff center of gravity is 25.2. I just have to remind myself of that.
Everett, climbing 180, Air Canada 6.
AC-65, radar contact, cleared direct ping, Everett. Delta 1234, contact Seattle Tower on 119.9er.
Switch into Seattle Tower on 119.9er, Delta 1234, good day.
But for some reason, the letter A doesn't work on the AFB. Just what I need. That's bizarre.
TWA 907 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 290.
I'm going to maintain flight level 290, Transworld 907.
Disconnect ground power. Traffic terrain for first officer as well.
Alaska 1234, contact Seattle Tower on 119.9er.
Seattle Tower 119.9er, Alaska 1234.
Felix 2025 requesting departure clearance. Takeoff for runway 16 left.
Stand by for your clearance.
Okay. It turns out the A doesn't work when the caps lock is activated. 16 left. Looks wet outside. Let's get the weather information again.
NG degraded performance across the network. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Victor. Seattle-Tacoma International Airport.
205
Information, Victor.
at 5.
0053 Zulu. Arriving runways 16 center, 16 right. Departing runway 16 left. Wind 205 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, few at 3,000 feet. Broken at 7,000 feet. Broken at 10,000 feet. Temperature 8.
25.2.
Dew point 3. Altimeter 3037. Density altitude -700 feet. Data link CPDLC may be experiencing degraded performance across the network. Advise on initial
Rear
contact.
speed
You
is
have
quite high
information,
at
Victor.
165. V2 speed
Seattle-Tacoma
is
International Airport. Information, Victor. 0053 Zulu. Arriving runways
172.
16 center, 16 right. Departing runway 16 left. Wind 205 at 5. Visibility,
which is already there. Seattle ground. Virgin 106 heavy request push back and engine start. Speed collected.
Virgin 106 Heavy, not clear what you said. Say again.
Virgin 106 heavy ready for pushback and engine start.
Virgin 106 Heavy, not clear what you said. Say again.
So that's the degradation they are talking about, because that was clear. Okay, I think the problem is I've tuned into the wrong frequency. Let's go to I tuned into departure. I need ground, which is 1 to 1.7. Yep, tuned in. Seattle ground, Virgin 106, ready for pushback and engine start. APU is on.
Virgin 106 heavy, Seattle ground, pushback and engine start approved, tail east.
Tail east, Virgin 106 heavy. Considering we are facing east, what would tail east look like? Well, that's a bit of a push. It means coming back in this direction.
And calling clearance to taxi.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Let's get the airport showing. Doors are closed.
Seattle ground request engine start pushback JetBlue.
Delta.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Order tower 119.9, Delta 197, see ya.
Trim 6 seems a bit light. Let's go with trim 7, seeing as it's still within the green zone. Trip set, auto brake, rejected takeoff. AC packs can come on. The equipment cooler set to auto, trim air is on.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
It sounds like the rain has increased. Yeah, it
Starting
has.
pushback, and you may start engines.
Alaska 1223, Seattle ground, push and start approved. Information Papa is current.
Right. We can actually start both engines at the same time, which is the beauty of the 787.
Air Canada 1231, Seattle ground, pushback and start approved, tail south.
Beacon on.
Pushback and start approved, tail.
Southwest 3929, IFR Chicago Midway.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Both engines are on. AC buses.
Seattle ground, Alaska 1018, request push and start.
Alaska 1018, push and start approved. Tail south.
Push and start approved, tail south, Alaska 1018.
Actually, we need our anti-ice to be on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And just our switches are on normal. If your generator's off.
Delta 536, request push and start. We're at gate Alpha 2.
Delta 536.
External power is off.
Tail north.
Seatbelt sign is on. Anti-ice is required. Flight controls. Going to check that shortly. Says normal.
XO is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Airport diagram. There's the bypass pin. Flaps 5. So that's 16 left. Seattle ground, Virgin 106 heavy ready to taxi.
Virgin 106 heavy, pushback and engine start approved. Tail east.
What do you mean tail east? Seattle ground, Virgin 106 heavy ready to taxi.
Virgin 106 heavy, taxi to runway 16 left via Whiskey Bravo Charlie.
Whiskey Bravo Charlie, Virgin 106 heavy. Well, I don't know where Whiskey is, but I'll probably go straight to Bravo.
Virgin 106 heavy, say again.
Whiskey Bravo Charlie to runway 16 left, Virgin 106 heavy. Delta, that should be Charlie. Flight controls, full front, full back, full left, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Ground equipment left, for equipment checked. Taxi and runway 20 flights are on. Taxi clearance received. Parking brake off.
Seattle ground.
Let's get some power in.
Heavy push to start approved, tail north. Heavy contact tower on 119.9er.
Right, departure briefing. We are Virgin Atlantic 106 from KC to EGLL. ICAO codes Boeing 787-9. Departure runway 16 left. SID Mountain 2. The initial climb is 5,000 feet. Hold on, I think it is 5,000 feet. Nope, initial climb is 6,000 feet. Expected cruise, flight level 370, then up to 390. Wind is quite light at 5 knots. No significant wind shear. Moderate mountain wave turbulence possible after departure due to terrain east of the airport. That's British Airways 787-10 to Heathrow. That was taxiway Lima on the left. Right, take off flaps 5. It doesn't look like I've got the option to put N1 information, so it's probably going to be a full turbo takeoff. Departure briefing complete.
Please take your seats for takeoff.
Transponder can go to TARA. approaching taxiway Delta here.
Virgin
On the
106
left.
Heavy, contact tower on 119.9er, safe flight.
119.9er. Thank you. Virgin 106 Heavy. Seattle ground, Virgin 106 Heavy, holding short of runway 16 left on taxiway Charlie, ready for departure.
Niner Papa, you're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside the Bravo. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Virgin 106 Heavy, Seattle Tower, runway 16 left, winds 200 at 5. RNAV peak, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV peak, cleared for takeoff. Runway 16 left, Virgin 106 Heavy. I'm just gonna squeeze through.
American 0041, contact departure on 119.2.
Over to 119.2 for American 0041.
Horizon Air 748, contact departure.
Approaching 16 left.
Air 7, contact departure on 119.2.
Switching departure on 119.2, Starboard 7.
Lufthansa 489 Heavy, contact departure on 119.2.
There's my strobe lights. All right. Togo.
Seattle Tower, WestJet 738.
WestJet 738, Seattle Tower, go ahead.
Request takeoff 34 right, WestJet 738. Cleared for takeoff, runway 34 right, WestJet 738.
Rotate. Landing gear up. Contacting the departure Virgin 106 Heavy. Departure should be 119.2. Flaps up. Seattle departure Virgin 106 Heavy passing 5,500 feet for 6,000 feet.
Virgin 106 Heavy, Seattle departure, radar contact, direct Seattle.
We seem to be making the wrong turn. Direct Sierra.
Virgin 106 Heavy, Seattle departure, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Climbing flight level 250, Virgin 106 Heavy. Okay, so the turn still worked. Flying straight into turbulence. Release cabin crew. Landing lights and running turn off lights can come off, so you can taxi lights. Let's get live traffic back on. Having loads of trouble.
Virgin 106 Heavy, contact Seattle Center on 120.3.
climbing flight level 320 and contacting Seattle Center on 120.3 Virgin 106 Heavy. Alright, back to LDAV. Seattle Center, Virgin 106 Heavy, passing 22,000 feet for flight level 320. The throttle flaps are up. How do I turn on route manager? It doesn't know that as much as should be doing. Seattle Center, Virgin 106 Heavy, request flight level change to flight level 390.
Virgin 106 Heavy, climb and maintain flight level 390.
390, Virgin 106 Heavy, thank you. We are now at our cruising altitude. So now at the cruising altitude, trying to pick up speed to 0.82 Mach in order to catch up with the BA and Virgin flights that are headed to London Heathrow as we speak. I've got 75 minutes extra worth of fuel on board, so I think I can afford to burn a bit more. Now we're headed northeast. we've got 8 hours, 18 minutes. 8 hours, 18 minutes till top of descent. I forgot a crucial step. Altimeter should have been set to standard, which means we're below cruising altitude. Which is a nice easy climb at 8.2 Mach.
Nugget to hotel arrival. I'll have you descending in about 15 minutes.
Expect Nugget to H arrival and descent in 15 minutes, Virgin 106 Heavy.
Virgin 106, contact London Control on 133.6.
133.6. 133.6 Virgin 106 Heavy. London Control, Virgin 106 Heavy, flight level 390. Good afternoon.
Virgin 106, London Control identified. Good afternoon.
You can see we're encountering quite a bit of turbulence. Even at 39,000 feet. It's all orange, but by Nugra we should be descending, and we are 6 minutes out from top of percent. We're still doing 0.82 Mach 0.82. I left Seattle a bit late, so I was just trying to catch up with the real Virgin 106, which is still ahead of us. There should also be British Airways 787-10 from Seattle, but that's also, I think, ahead of us. We'll see what happens when we get to Heathrow, whether there's going to be some sequencing. 6 minutes to top of percent. So I'm gonna change my MCP to 10,000 feet. I kind of froze there because I thought the plane was descending already, a bit too early. Also, while flying on Mach 0.82, I seem to be doing okay for 4 minutes away from Penel, and I've got more fuel than planned because I took a bit extra on departure. emergency checklist. So I haven't got my, oops, why is it not clicking? So the navigation radios have been set. I'm not sure what the arrival runway is going to be. I think I was given 9 left when departing Seattle. Yeah, 9 left. So we've got the same star, which is Nogra. However, I'm not sure if the runway is still going to be 9 left or 9 right. We just have to stay tuned and see what ATC say. So in the next few minutes, hold on, CDU, in the next 3 minutes, the plane will start to descend on its own. For 37,400 feet, then 36,700.
Virgin 106, London Control, cleared Nugger, 2 hotel into Heathrow. Whenever you'd like to descend, flight level 300. Radar 125, level 625.
Just like I said, we're descending automatically because the MCP panel is already set at 10,000 feet. So you're just going to keep following the steps all the way down.
Virgin 106, descend, flight level 150.
Another approach. Right at 3.2, request heading.
Flight level 150, Virgin 106 Heavy.
Right at 3.2, London Control identified. Good afternoon.
I've already set the MCP altitude to 10,000 feet, so as they keep giving us the steps to go down, the plane will handle that automatically. And we should be on the ground in the next 24 minutes. The weather is going to be clearer. As you can see, we're still in bad weather. That's why the plane keeps shaking. Here's the passenger view.
Virgin 106, descend, flight level 070.
Descending flight level 070, Virgin 106 Heavy. Zero 70.
level 3 ground shooter.
EGLL 361, London Control, identified, good afternoon.
It seemed to have disappeared. Can't see myself on the map.
Virgin 106, descend, flight level 060.
Descending flight level 060, Virgin 106 Heavy. So we're already in the UK, gone past Manchester. Heading towards Birmingham. We've been flying for 8 hours 20 minutes.
Virgin 106, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descending altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, Virgin 106 Heavy. Set QNH 1015. That's the problem with the turbulence, it makes it hard to control the switches. Oh, 015, there we go. So ATS should be on 128.080. On to 8.080.
Temperature 6, 2.3, QNH 1015, transition level 70, localizer signal may be unreliable, monitor closely for guidance, advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read bed all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Mike. London Heathrow Airport. Information Mike. 1050 Zulu. Arriving runway 9er left. Departing runway 9er right. Wind 155 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, broken at 1800 feet. Temperature 6. 2.3. QNH 1015.
Let's
Transition level 70.
calculate landing
Localizer
data.
signal may be unreliable. Monitor closely for guidance. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read bed all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Mike. London Heathrow Airport, information Mike. 1050 Zulu. Arriving runway 9er left. Departing runway 9er right. Wind 155 at 10.
Temperature
Visibility
6.
10. Sky conditions.
QNH 1015.
Temperature 6. Dew point 3. QNH 1015.
Landing altitude. Landing weight is 174,498.
Monitor closely for guidance. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if traffic service is requested. Read Becall runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Mike. London Heathrow Airport, information Mike. 1050 Zulu. Arriving runway 9er left. Departing runway 9er right. Wind 155.
So we're arriving 9 left, and they believe. Oh snap! What happened there? Right. I'm not sure what's going on.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Let's trim that down.
Sync rate. 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 Sync rate.
It was autopilot was off.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Way below the altitude that we should be.
Virgin 106, contact Heathrow radar on 125.625.
125.625 Virgin 106 heavy. Heathrow radar Virgin 106 heavy at flight level 200.
Virgin 106 heavy, Heathrow radar identified. Good afternoon, cleared Bovingdon transition. Expect the ILS runway 9er left approach into Heathrow.
Cleared Bovingdon transition. ILS runway 9 left into Heathrow. Virgin 106 heavy. that was a bit bizarre.
Climb flight level 230. Speedbird 45 Papa, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Landing gear. I think I must have activated it by mistake. It explains why all that drag was there. Right, we're flying 9 left. How do I get the runway frequency and course? 9 left. Nav radio 089. As well here. ILS is 110.30 with course 089. Really go, nope. 11, oops. 0.3. 089 is the course. Navigation radio sets. Let's set head into 89. Course setting for quantity has been checked. Auto brake 2. So we'll use just over half of the runway.
Departure, this is 651, 2,700 feet from 6,000 feet. Climb 060 to direct to 278 Foxtrot, easy 651.
Easy 651, climb flight level 230. Virgin 106 Heavy, descend altitude 3,000 feet, cleared for the ILS runway 9 left approach via Bovingdon.
Descending to 3,000 feet, cleared for ILS 9 left approach via Bovingdon, Virgin 106 Heavy. So 3,000 feet. collected 3000. Flaps 30 speed is 143.
Speedbird 507, Foxtrot. Contact Heathrow Tower on 124.475.
Heathrow Tower 124.475, Speedbird 7507 Foxtrot. Thank you. Departure, good day, Speedbird 3 Alpha Whiskey, passing 4,200 for 6,000.
So we're just over 30 miles away from the airport.
Speedbird 3 Alpha Whiskey, climb flight level 230.
How do you set minimums again? Does this do anything? No. Doesn't.
Ryanair 26, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
To 4.48, Ryanair approach 6, thank you, bye bye.
10,000 feet, so seatbelt signs can come on. Runway turn off lights and landing lights. Strobe lights stayed on anyway. I'm fairly certain I have put minimums in for.
Speedbird 790, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Speedbird 790.
Speedbird 7584, climb flight level 280.
So our arrival briefing is land arrival number 1H, ILS runway 09 left. Wet runway, wind increasing, even though it's only what, 10 knots, which is not too bad. Landing configuration is going to be flaps 30, auto brake 2, VREF is 143, flaps 30.
Speedbird 389, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48. Speedbird 236, Heathrow radar, identified, climb flight level 060.
Approach briefing completed. Navigation display checked, TCAS checked, ATC received. Hydraulic systems are fine. Air conditioning has been fine. Nice and toasty. altimeter is already set. Flaps 1.
Direct 5 on Charlie, Virgin 872 heavy.
Virgin 872, contact London Control on 132.84.
132.84, Virgin 872.
Heathrow should be somewhere in that direction. There we go, that's Heathrow.
Lufthansa 48 Bravo Golf, turn right, heading 275.
Right, heading 275, Lufthansa 48 Bravo. Turn left, heading 155, and descend altitude 3000 until established, Lufthansa 48 Bravo Golf.
Flaps 5. Let's maintain 3000 as instructed by ATC.
Turn right, heading 130, shuttle minor Juliet. Shuttle minor Juliet, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.475. 124.475, shuttle minor Juliet. Virgin 106, contact Heathrow Tower on 124.48.
124.48 Virgin 106 heavy. One to 4.48. Okay, on localizer. Heathrow Tower Virgin 106 heavy established on localizer.
Virgin 106 Heavy, Heathrow Tower identified.
Right, I need to do a flight level change.
Virgin 106 Heavy, Heathrow Tower, speed 160 till 4 nautical miles. Virgin 106 Heavy, Heathrow Tower, winds 150 at 10, runway 9 left, cleared to land. Forever 1 Alpha Tango, contact departure on 125.625.
125.625, Skyway 1618.
Landing gear down.
Switching to 125.625.
160 to 4 nautical miles, clear to land 9 left, Virgin 106 heavy.
Too low, flaps.
Okay, let's disconnect.
Sync rate. 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 Sync rate.
Alright, a crosswind landing.
Sync rate.
Speed brake.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
Left traffic off.
Skyway 156, say again, please. Established on localizer.
Reverses.
Short finals, runway 27 right.
Aero ejectiva 01, wind 120 at 7. Runway 27 right, cleared to land.
Wind 107.
Virgin 106, contact ground on 121.905.
Checked. Manual braking.
Iberia 1977, contact departure on 125.62.
Departure 125.625, Iberia 1977.
Speedbird 790, contact departure on 125.625.
Departure 125.625, 2790.
Let's watch the replay and then I can go park.
Virgin 106 heavy, winds 150 at 10, runway 9 left, cleared to land. Speedbird
Seems a bit
824,
violent.
contact departure on 125.62.
Departure 125.625, Speedbird 824, bye-bye.
Shuttle 8 Hotel, contact departure on 125.625.
A firm touchdown.
ready for departure. Runway 27 left.
Heathrow Tower, Victoria 15 Heavy, Whiskey.
Heathrow Tower, call 160 till 4 nautical miles.
One final replay, and then we will park.
Welcome to Heathrow. Contact ground on 121.70 or 544.
Ground 121.705. Shuttle 74.
Singapore 48 Bravo. Golf. Contact departure on 125.62. It's
Departure 125.625. Speedboat 48 Bravo Golf Heavy.
Right, what did ATC say to contact? One to 1.905 Virgin 106 Heavy. Let's see, where do I need to park? Terminal 3. Heathrow ground, Virgin 106, request taxi to gate 331. Flaps up. Speed brakes down.
Virgin 106, taxi to Terminal 3, Gate 33 via Alpha 3, Alpha, Hotel, Bravo. Speedbird 4902, uniform, contact tower, on 124.48.
Terminal 3 gates 33 via Alpha 3, Alpha, Hotel, and Bravo.
124.48, Speedbird 492, uniform.
Speedbird 69, contact tower on 124.475.
Via Alpha 3. Alpha, then Hotel. Auto break off.
Contact tower on 124.48.
124.48, Eurowings 48 Bravo Golf.
Auto brake off, speed brakes, touchdown reverse. Taxi lights on. Landing lights off. Strobe lights off.
Speedbird 273, ready for push and start.
Speedbird 273, Heathrow ground, push and start approved. Face south.
Push and start approved, face south.
Speedbird 113, contact tower on 124.48, take care.
Okay, taxiway hotel is still 2 taxiways down. So not link 11. APU can come on. That's hotel. Right, I think I'm gonna have to get the airport docking chart. 331. Okay, it's on the other side.
Speedbird 55, contact tower on 124.48.
24.48, Speedbird 55. Speedbird 55, holding short of runway 09 right, ready for departure. 4.48, Speedbird 55.
Speedbird 2, Papa Tango, pushback and start approved, face north.
There's 331. Runway turn off lights and taxi lights can come off.
Heathrow ground, Speedbird 0420 requesting APU startup.
Speedbird 0420, APU startup approved.
Heathrow 0420 requesting pushback and engine startup.
Speedbird 0420, pushback and engine start approved. Base south.
I'm not sure if I'm meant to park like this. Okay, parking brake set.
124.48, stay by.
Welcome to Heathrow. Thai models.
Contact tower on 124.48, Speedbird 942 Echo. See ya.
That was a pretty decent flight. The landing could have been better. But apart from that, it was all good. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more flights like this, and also I'm always open to ideas. Transport is set to standby.
Ground, good afternoon, Speedbird 498 at gate 520, request...
Engine generators off.
Speedbird 498, push and start approved. Base east.
Beacon lights can come off.
Speedbird 5, contact tower on 124.48.